Hello YouTube, yes it is Demon Sprite. I'm sorry it's been so long. It's mainly been sixth form again, you know, the usual excuse. 3 things to clear up before I begin this video. Yes, I have braces. I've had them before. My teeth moved back to their original position because they didn't realise that I might have to have a couple of teeth taken out. Necessary, 4 nice teeth at the end of it, so I'm not really bothered. But yes, if my speech does sound a little bit different, it's just because I've only had them a couple of weeks. I'm still getting used to them. Secondly, it is Valentine's Day, so happy Valentine's Day to anyone who is celebrating it. I don't know why you'd want to celebrate the story of Saint Valentine. It's pretty gruesome. And personally, I don't believe in it. You got every day of the year to show someone that you love them, so why do you need a specific day for it? But if you do celebrate Valentine's Day, then I hope you have a lovely day with whoever you're celebrating it with. And also, I am 18 now. I've been 18 for 5 days, and I haven't been out yet, like with friends drinking or anything, because my first weekend of being 18 is Valentine's Day weekend, and everywhere's going to be either A, booked up, B, just completely swarmed by couples, or C, twice as expensive, because everything is really expensive on Valentine's Day. But given that it is Valentine's Day, I thought that it would be appropriate to talk about horror games. 2 particular ones which are really, really popular and have been for as long as they've been out, really, and what I think about them. One of them I like, one of them I dislike. One of them is nearly 14 years old, so that's only 4 years younger than me, and the other one is kind of a fresh-faced youngster in the paddling pool of video games. So let's just get into it. The first game I'm going to talk about is the one that I dislike, and I'm sorry to anyone who likes it, but it's Five Nights at Freddy's. Everyone seems to love it, so I guess I'm answering the question is, why don't I? Well, for me, it's kind of a little bit unimaginative. I like the concept of it, but it only works on jump scares. Teeny bit of atmosphere, but mainly jump scares. And it's not what horror is to me. I don't think jump scares are a brilliant way to get your audience scared. You know how people say that sarcasm is the lowest form of humour? Well, I'm kind of like, jump scares are kind of a low form of horror. I find them unimaginative, but I can understand why people do like it. It's not that I'm completely against the game. I have given it a go. I'm not slating it, I just personally it didn't scare me. And for those with a fear of animatronics or robots, like my sister, hello Holly, I can see why it's scary, but I'm an absolute sucker for progressive gameplay with some kind of storyline and character development and a good plot and real engagement between the player and the actual character that you're playing as. And really the thing that does it for Five Nights at Freddy's for me is that it's predictable. You do the same thing over and over again, and well done if you survive, but it's the same thing. You don't do anything different. You switch on a light, you look at a camera, and you lock a door. All the way through. And that's just not something for me. However, I can understand the fuss over it. But I'm going to go on to the second game now, which is the game that I really like. And if you haven't got it from the list that I just described of things that I like about video games, there are 2 words that I will say to all of those people who absolutely love horror games, and the penny will drop and you'll understand it. You'll clinch it from what I'm about to say. Classic horror, okay? I'm excited to even talk about this game. It's absolutely amazing, okay? Yes, it is Silent Hill 2, and I'm not going to spoil the plot for anyone who hasn't played it, although I highly recommend that you do go and play it. If you've got a PlayStation 2, you can get a copy on there. If you've got an Xbox 360, you can get the HD collection, which is Silent Hill 2 and Silent Hill 3. That's what I've got. So I will say what I like about it. So the very first thing is that it is brilliantly atmospheric. I'm on my first full playthrough, meaning that I was too scared the other times that I started the game to actually get all of the way through it. And from the very beginning, you're kind of sucked into James's state of mind. You play as James Sunderland, who's a guy who's lost his wife. That's not a spoiler because it's cleared up right at the beginning of the game. And you really do get a sense of the fact that the town is shaping around him. Like, the town is almost a separate living entity, which is kind of ironic because a lot of the stuff in the town is dead, including his wife. That was horrible. So yeah, the town shapes, and everything that kind of happens to James, the town shapes with it. It's like the town, this version of the town was specifically for James, and I think that really that's kind of the idea of it. The people and the monsters, I mean, the people are few and far-fetched, you know, there aren't many at all. But they really reflect James's state of mind at the time when he meets them. So, for example, Pyramid Head and the sexy nurses. The sexy nurses are really representative. of James's kind of sexual frustration, but so is Maria, and she's one of the humans that you meet, and she's kind of a seductress. She tries to tear James away from his wife, and we're still not sure what Maria is. She's kind of some weird shape-shifting asshole thing, but yeah, you want to dislike her, but you can't. She's a good character, and Pyramid Head is kind of the executioner for James. He punishes him for what he's done. I'm not going to go into anything like that, but James, in a sense, needs Pyramid Head there. It's kind of... it keeps him going, almost, the punishment that he receives. So... It really does draw you in. It's brilliant because, like I said, the people, the monsters, the town itself shapes itself around James's state of mind. The jump scares are really few, and the length you have to go to solve puzzles makes the game completely emotionally draining. I mean, you have to feel good when you start playing it, otherwise you'll feel terrible afterwards. As the player, you experience exactly what James experiences, and, you know, the few humans that he does meet, which would be Angela, Eddie, Laura and Maria. I'm not going to count Pyramid Head because he doesn't have any dialogue, and I don't even think he's a people. They all develop as characters, which is really interesting, and I love it because you hardly see them. You really get a sense that you are alone in Silent Hill, and yet these other characters, when you do see them, get development. I love that. And you also get the sense that Silent Hill is shaping around them. They're not seeing what you're seeing as James Sunderland, they're seeing something different, and you're kind of interacting between different worlds almost. It's really good. So the soundtrack as well is really amazing. I love the soundtrack. My favourite part, probably, I've got quite a few, but it's when you get the key to the fire escape in the apartment block. This isn't a spoiler, it's just something that happens in the game. You unlock the fire escape door and there's just a wall. There's nothing there, and it just says there's no fire escape here, and you have to climb through the wall to get to another apartment block. But it's really kind of, it messes you up, and the first time that happened to me, I actually stopped playing. It freaked me out. I was like, oh my gosh, the fire escape's gone, and it's just... It psychologically works on you, and I don't know why. That kind of subtle hint that you've gone all this way to get a key, you unlock it, and then the door that you want isn't even there. It really does do something to you. So when people ask me, will Silent Hills be any good, because that's the newest one in the franchise, I have to say, from the trailer playthrough, maybe not. I don't think it's going to be as good as Silent Hill 2. I think, you know, I don't think anything is. I think it's brilliant. But from the trailer playthrough that I've seen, it does kind of primarily work on jump scares. I don't like jump scares. I can understand people who do, and, you know, cinematic graphics and everything like that, pretty sweet. But, yeah, I just don't think it's going to be that good. I might give it a play, see what it's like. So, yes. I have a few shoutouts to do. So Evan, he featured me in one of his videos, so I'm going to put his channel below. Go check him out. He's in a band, he does vlogs, he's pretty cool. My friend Ed just wanted me to say hi to him. So hi Ed, you know, on the internet. Pachoo. And I've already said hello to Holly, but I'll say hello to her again. And yeah, thank you very much guys for watching. Please comment, like and subscribe. Comment things about your favourite horror games, and if you have any horror games that you want me to play or that you think I would like, then go ahead and comment them, because I'm always looking for new games. Yeah. Anyway, happy Valentine's Day. I hope you've had fun watching this, and adios!